Welcome to DTF Watch This Classics, the show where we tell you what movies we've watched that we think you should take a look at too.
If you haven't seen it, that is. And if you've seen it, it's a classic. Watch it again.
Yeah, why not? I mean, we just did, so
Yeah.
You should too. But today we're going to do Fight Club, if you haven't guessed it already, because you got me here, the narrator, and then right over there,
Tyler Durden.
Tyler Durden, man. So we're all committed to this because this movie's amazing. And if you haven't seen it yet, then you're missing out, because I feel like they just don't make movies like this anymore, man.
No, this is definitely top movie for me. I don't think you get much better than Fight Club, Shawshank, Goonies.
All solid.
Yeah.
Oh man, just even from the beginning in this movie, the whole title sequence coming in, and forgot how amazing everything is. And I think I was in a more mode of just analyzing things this time and realizing, because it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but man, every transition and move through this movie, masterpiece, man. Like
Fincher nailed it.
Right? So typically on the Watch This episodes, we do newer movies that came out and all that. But I just saw Bullet Train, which has Brad Pitt in it. And then we got Glass Onion coming out, which has Edward Norton. So I figured, why not do one of the best movies ever with Edward Norton and Brad Pitt? Bam! Into one movie. Right?
Yeah.
And you can't get much better than those two. They work together super well. We should explain the movie a little bit. So do you want me to do it? Do you want to do it?
Throw it down.
I mean, I am the narrator.
I mean, there's so much you don't want to give away that I feel like we should just give this short and sweet. Real short and sweet.
Spoiler free. Just give you the basis of the movie, because that's the beautiful thing about this movie, is experiencing it for the first time, because there's stuff that you need to just experience. But essentially, you got Edward Norton. He struggles with insomnia, can't sleep. So he can't figure out why. He's just always just going, and, tries to get drugs for it from the doctor. But the doctor's like, just go get some sleep. You can't do that. So he ends up going to like these help meetings, like AA type meetings. But what are those meetings called? They're just meetings. Support groups. That's what I'm looking for. It goes to support groups. So you got like men that lost their testicles and stuff. You got cancer ones. And he just kind of milks these. Yeah, right?
Had to check.
So he's basically using all of these support groups so he can get a good hard cry in. And then that's the only way he can fall asleep. But then he ends up meeting Tyler Durden on a plane, who makes soap. And that's where you get the cool Fight Club soap bar on there. And it's just kind of about those two interacting together. And then the movie's called Fight Club, so they create this underground Fight Club where...
You just broke the first rule and the second rule.
Right?
Actually, I guess us talking about this breaks both rules, so we're screwed either way.
So the first rule of this episode is like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Second rule is like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. And third rule is probably
leave comments about how great the movie is.
And about how great our show is.
Yeah.
But
how great our costumes are. I mean, our costumes are pretty good today.
It was kind of a last minute thing. I figured, like, why not commit to the movies we like? We did it with Top Gun Maverick. So why not do it with the classic here? I'm a little jealous that I didn't get to be Tyler Durden, honestly. Diana wanted me to be, and I was like, honestly, Sean Marcus probably has the whole setup. And you do, man. And it looks great. It looks amazing.
You make a great narrator.
But this movie's directed by David Fincher, who's done a lot of amazing things too.
So many good stuff.
He's done Gone Girl, which is an awesome movie. And I almost feel like we should do that movie.
Seven, which is another one of my favorite movies.
Oh, I know. It's one of mine.
And actually, Easter egg, fun fact, in this movie, when you're watching it, there's 3 detectives. They are named after detective. I forget their names, like Andrew, Michael, something. I forget what the name is, but combine those names together, and it's the writer from Seven, and he helped write Fight Club, the screenplay.
Bam! You're just throwing out fun facts in this episode here, and then Panic Room and a bunch of stuff like that.
I didn't know he did Panic Room.
Yeah, I just looked it up before we did the show. But also,
we're getting knowledge.
Look, I'm trying to educate myself rather than just wing it a little bit. Do you know how David Fincher got his start?
I'm gonna say he was producing TV commercials for Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Close.
I don't know.
No. I don't know if this is really how he got his start, but I scrolled down into his IMDb, and he actually did a ton of music videos, like little shorts for music videos. So cool. He did Madonna, he did Foreigner, he did Billy Idol, he did Michael Jackson and stuff like that. So I don't know if he did the whole music video. I didn't see the Bee Gees on there.
What about the DGs? This is actually a Foo Fighters t-shirt that I'm wearing today. I kind of gave it away. But I always got to wear a concert shirt.
No, even on your Tyler Durden gear.
I know. So he should have done a Foo Fighters music video. I mean, what he should have done.
It was kind of surprising to me. I was like, man, this guy came from music videos. And I think I'd heard it before, but came from music videos and then, jumped into making some awesome movies.
I don't even know where to start with this movie because everything is so good. Can I say I don't know, YouTube. Can I say but it's so good.
It is, man. You can't like I said, one of the best ones. I think my favorite parts is I just started noticing like how smooth things transition through and then how well the story flows and
the dialogue between the narrator and Tyler,
Tyler and the Brad Pitt and Edward Norton. Awesome chemistry between them. Yeah. And it just works so well.
Got another fun fact though. The very first bar fight scene where they're standing out on the corner and he says, I want you to hit me as hard as you can to the narrator. And he just goes out and wails on him and he hits him in the ear. That is an actual honest reaction because Fincher told Norton to don't punch him, just hit him in the ear really hard. And that was Brad Pitt's actual reaction. He's like, you hit me in the ear.
He does this awkward, hit. But what Tyler in that whole thing is just trying to teach Edward Norton, who goes by many names in this, like Cornelius, I think, and all that. But what he's trying to teach him is that
let go,
let go, live in the moment. If you were to die today, what is one thing you would miss doing? And it's really kind of diving deep into those inner feelings that a lot of us probably don't think about.
Yeah, when they pulled out that store clerk or whatever it was from the convenience store or whatever, and put a gun to his head or whatever, and they let him go, and he's like, that man is gonna wake up tomorrow, and it's a whole new day, a whole new world, whole new life for him. And I'm like, that kind of sums up what the point of the movie was.
Yeah, that was a really impactful scene on that. And, it's like, what would you do if today was your last? Are you doing living to your life to the fullest? Or are you just kind of just cruising through and doing something you're miserable in?
I don't know. I'm helping my mother-in-law, replace drywall in her garage. So I don't know if I'm living my life to the fullest.
For me, I think that's when I wanted to start doing the adventure squad thing that I talked about and go skydiving and do all the fun things. I think it's important for people to go out and do those fun things and not make excuses for it because if you're just making excuses your whole life, then you're not really living. And that's kind of what Edward Norton's character does. Is he's just consuming products and thinking that's bringing him happiness, but really he's just missing the experience of life. Yeah. And I think that's where the Fight Club like comes into is, you know, you can't get more real than feeling the pain of a fist hit. Yeah.
And you can't fill that void in your life by buying products and drinking Starbucks lattes every day. Another fun fact. Every single scene in this movie has a Starbucks cup in it.
Every
so for those of you who have never seen it, that's your mission. But watch it first and then watch it again and look for the Starbucks cups, because you don't want to like be looking for that and lose yourself. You want to watch, focus.
Also, there's a couple musicians in this movie.
Yep.
Do you know which musicians those are?
Meatloaf and Jared Leto.
Right?
Come on.
I was like, that would be like stupid if you didn't. I'd be super surprised if you didn't know that. But yeah, Meatloaf is Bob.
Yeah. His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson. Yeah.
Man, this movie's so good.
Yeah.
But it's hard for us to like, I mean, that's what's the point of like DTF Watch This, is not to spoil anything and just go watch it. Because, man, I want to talk about it so much, but anything we talk about.
An entire breakdown video of the movie another day.
I think so. I think we should, because I think we could unravel it. Plus, like, I don't think it really has anything to do with like dads or parenting, but this is Dad's Talk Film. Like, we get to talk about the movies that we like and just talk about life,
it, relationships. That's a relationship. That's they got a relationship going on.
Oh yeah, they got some toxic relationships, I guess. On
it's
this
not
one too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, with Marla Singer.
Yeah.
Actually, there was the fight scene with Angel Face, or
talking about Jared Leto's character.
Jared Leto's character. They had to cut one of the fights because they split his nose open, and all the actors and production people had to like avoid him that day. They didn't want to look at him because it was such a gruesome prosthetic that they had, and they cut that part and they just kind of had him get pummeled pretty bad.
Just wanted to destroy something beautiful.
Jared Leto is a beautiful, beautiful man.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong. Brad Pitt, Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Best movie that they've done together, because I don't know if they've done any other movies together, but
no. But man,
I would love to
watch this movie.
Edward Norton is up there in some of my top favorite actors. I think Brad Pitt's probably up there too. Brad Pitt, Edward Norton, and Paul Giamatti. He's not in this movie, but those are like probably some of my top. But Diana and I were talking about it, but Paul Giamatti, man, I love him. So not in this movie though, so don't expect that. Go watch it. Hit up the comments. Tell us what you thought about it.
Subscribe, because we do plenty of these.
Yeah, and remember, talk about our show all the time.
Yeah.
We don't go by the Fight Club rules and don't talk about Fight Club unless that's what you need to go spread the word. So don't talk about Dad's Talk Film. Second rule, don't talk about Dad's Talk Film.
Break those rules.
Break them. Yeah. We need more.
Yeah. Break them like Jared Leto's face.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hit up all the social media things. We're on Spotify, iTunes as well, and iHeartRadio now. So go listen to our longer episodes, because these are our shorter episodes, and on your drive to work and all that. Go hit them up. Venmo and Patreon as well. So go watch Fight Club.
See you guys.
And see you on the next one. Peace.